Hello, everybody. John Posey, weekly update from Friday to today. And Friday morning, I headed out to Cumming, Georgia, with the man here. His name is Michael Smith. Michael, what's going on and what happened?
I tell you what, John, we really appreciated you coming to our Friday morning men's group. We've been meeting together for the past 13 years. Our group is affectionately known as the Friday Guys. My field and career path is in sales and marketing, but my identity is in Christ and what we're doing in Cumming, Georgia. For the last 13 years, I've had the privilege of facilitating a group of men affectionately known as the Friday Guys. It's an interdenominational group that meets every Friday, and we're just there to support one another, encourage one another to be better men, better Christians, better fathers, sons, and husbands. And about 3 years ago, our group started thinking about legacy. That was a big word we were throwing around the table. And we really wanted to start praying about where God wanted us to be. We started praying to lead us to younger men for the opportunity to mentor. That was before I ever knew what CBMC was. And coincidentally, one of our group members was invited to a CBMC event through Sugar Hill Church in Beaufort, Georgia. And I accepted his invitation to come meet CBMC. And when I walked in the door and saw the group at CBMC, I realized my prayers had been answered. And after the presentation, I believe Ben Looper gave his testimony and explained his company. It was just a moving presentation. And I said, I don't know who this John Posey is, but I got to meet him. And so I went up and introduced myself to John. I said, John, I know a lot of people in Forsyth County. I've been a resident there for 16 years, and I'm here to help. And so last Friday, we brought together about 25 guys to talk specifically about the potential formation of a chapter in Forsyth County, Cumming, Georgia. So it was an exciting day, and a lot of the group from CBMC joined us to explain the mission. And then we had Jeremy Womack provide his testimony as a YP. And it was just a resounding success. We are making next steps now to gather 25 to 30 men to talk about a possible formation. And that's where we are today.
Well, I'll tell you what, Michael, the move is on. And if I've learned anything, and just like in the Old Testament, God would move the cloud and then they just follow the cloud. And I tell you, the cloud was hanging over there in Cumming, Georgia. I just talked to another person from a completely different church, Eagles Nest, and they told me they've got a whole group in Cumming, Georgia. We would also like to be a part of the launch team because we've got people out here. And so
I'll trace my neighbors.
God is at work. And folks, it's an exciting time. And this kind of leads into our prayer breakfast. We've got just a few weeks now. Michael and their group, they have about 3 tables. They're stacking and packing, and God's moving. And it's going to be a great time with David Allman, with David Dieter as speakers. And you're going to see a multi-generational, multicultural movement of men and women, because we have Christian Business Women's Connection, and you need to be a part of it. Be sure to get your tickets. But I want you now to begin to pray for Cumming and that entire Forsyth area, because God is moving and we're going to follow the Lord. It's been a great week. I look forward to seeing you at the prayer breakfast.